Everyone talks about how affordable Da Nang, Vietnam is. When you're doing your research and you're watching the videos, that's something that you hear over and over and over again. And we just spent a month there as digital nomads.
I tracked every single dollar we spent from our rent, our groceries, our Grab rides, our massages, and the activities, and even a dental visit.
And this isn't a backpacker budget by any means, but it's also not super high end and super luxury. We feel like this is a budget that would probably cover a large majority of the people that spend a long amount of time in Da Nang. So we don't want to keep you waiting. We're going to give you the big number up front, and then throughout the video, we will break it down into the categories so you can see exactly where our money went. But for 1 month in Da Nang, Vietnam, we spent, drumroll please, $3,300. Yay! So, I mean, whether or not you think that is a good budget or a bad budget, come with us through the rest of the video. We'll talk about each of the categories, and then you can see where the money went, see what would be different for you, what should have been different for us, really all of the above.
Shockingly, I'm gonna give you guys our second biggest expense that we had, and that was our accommodations. Very shocking. And we had an apartment for 1 month, and for that 1 month, the rent was $875. In a nice apartment. Definitely, it was 15-minute walk to the beach, right near the Dragon Bridge. There was a grocery store right downstairs, which is dangerous for me, and we were kind of close to our gym, which definitely made the Grab rides a little bit higher than it should be.
And like I said, you would think this is our most expensive, but you'll see coming up. And then another thing that was included under the housing category is our utilities. So our apartment did not have utilities included. The Wi-Fi was included, but not the electricity, and not the water. So they read the meter and told us how much it would be. So, we're Americans. We are going to use the AC. We're not sleeping without AC. So our utilities came out to $143 at the end of the month. And sure, it could have been lower if we wanted to sweat a little bit more, but we didn't. And so that's what you can expect in the middle of summer in Da Nang as far as electricity and water usage.
And keep in mind, the rent was high just because we only signed a 1 month lease contract. If you're going for a 6 to 1 year, that price could be lower when you negotiate with the landlord. We're only there for a month. And we were lucky enough the landlord would be able to have our utility amount right then and there, right when we left, and our deposit as well.
Yeah, so we were able to get our deposit before we left the country. If you want to see more about our apartment in Da Nang or the entire process, we do have a video on how we did our apartment hunting that shows different apartments that we viewed and the one we ultimately ended up picking. Up next, the biggest category. You might be thinking, oh my gosh, guys, what's more expensive than accommodations? When you're with us, food. For food, I'm gonna get this number right. For restaurants and coffee, AKA eating out food, we spent $892.66. Okay, but hear me out. There's some great restaurants in Da Nang. And a lot of the times eating out is cheaper than if we were to eat every meal in the apartment and buy groceries. We weren't exclusively limiting ourselves to just the local Vietnamese spots. Okay, we went to a restaurant called Pizza 4 Ps 4 times. The restaurant's not crazy expensive, but I mean, it's not $20 total either. So there were some higher restaurants in here, but overall, that comes down to $225-ish a week.
I would just say this, it was about $28 a day with eating out. A lot of times because of the way our work schedule is, we just had to go to later spots that could cost us a little bit more. Some of the local Vietnamese spots closed early, so we didn't have a chance to do that. And along with eating out, we did eat in our apartment at times, and that was $170 for groceries, which was a little lower than I expected when I did the math, but especially with the Windsmart downstairs, and a lot of that had to do with just getting water and certain items like stuff for breakfast before we went to the gym, and just other toiletry items that we needed.
And I mean, we didn't have a crazy amount of meals. We pretty much had all of our breakfasts at the apartment, stuff to make some kind of lunch, whether it be ramen or sandwiches or something simple. And then we had a couple of bigger dinners where we would make like meat and rice and veggies and all of that. But all of that is included in the $170. One thing we learned about long travel is sometimes food is more than just food. Food can be wrapped into a lot of the experiences in some of these countries. And so that's why our food budget can be a bit higher, because that's how we experience the culture of the country.
Could our eating out budget have been less? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And we know that if we were to stay there for a second month, I think we would have prioritized more eating local and not going to Pizza 4Ps four times in a month. So those things are factors. But again, that was our first month in Da Nang. We might have went a little crazy, but we had a good time and we ate some good food. And fortunately, we didn't get sick.
Yeah, no, everything was wonderful. And I mean, the Vietnamese places, I had multiple meals that were around like $1.15. So if I had eaten those meals every day, or no, not the same meal, but eaten at those types of places every day, then yeah, this number could have been lower. But I didn't do that the first month, so maybe the next time. So our next category is transportation. And for transportation, we spent $250. And when we were planning on leaving America, like when we were making all of the logistical numbers and everything, this was one thing that I was really curious about because, back home, having a car note and car insurance and maintenance can get very, very, very pricey. And I was under the impression that even doing a rideshare service over and over again would also be very, very, very pricey. But for all of that to come out to $250, and we weren't even together 100% of the time, we were taking grabs alone. I'm very happy with that personally.
I'll take most of the responsibility on this one because getting on a scooter is a lot more affordable than getting in a car, but I'm not getting on a scooter right now. And I said I was, but I didn't do it. And I don't think I'll do it here in Bangkok, but it was a little more pricier because I decided to do a lot of the vehicles by cars. We had to get grabs to the gym and back into other places. It was still affordable, and $250 does include our airport transfers, our trips to Hoi An and back, and some other longer trips. So that does include that as well. But a lot of that was me booking cars.
The only one that doesn't include, I believe, is Bana Hills, right? That was a separate, or is that included in the Bana Hills one too?
Bana Hills is separate.
Okay. So yeah, but for $250, when the alternative is a car note, I'll settle for that every time.
And again, if we were to stay for another month, I believe this will be a lot lower because...
And you'd get on a bike?
And I would have got on a bike and I would take more advantage of not using the car as much. And we wouldn't be going to Hoi An, the airport.
Yes. And so it's really about convenience. You also, of course, don't have to worry about parking. I think this number would have been pretty similar if we had rented motorbikes. We're not confident in our ability to do that. So that was never on our radar. But I'm pretty sure you can get a motorbike for like $100 for the month, maybe $150. And then I'm not sure how much gas is or if they're electric, but that is an option for you brave ones out there. But honestly, I would go there first. Go there first, see the traffic before you do something like that.
Okay, our next category is our experiences and our activities that we did here in Da Nang.
The fun stuff.
Because we are tourists and we like to do touristy things. And so that cost was $350. Also, that also includes our massages that we got, mainly for me once a week.
Yeah, once a week. He had a standing massage appointment.
Okay, but yours was a little more expensive.
My massage?
Yeah, but mine once a week.
Oh yeah, I went. See, there are very inexpensive massages everywhere. I wanted a nice massage. So I just didn't get them once a week and I got one expensive massage towards the end. And it was great.
So, and I'm very happy with this number. We got to do a lot of things when we're in this place for a month and we fit a lot in, and I know she liked all the things we did. Again, we went to Hoi An and we got to do Jessica's Kitchen, a lantern making class. We went to the Dragon Bridge, which was not expensive, but we did that where we got to go there, have a drink and watch the Dragon Bridge. That includes the fireworks. Mm-hmm. Santron Marina, Bana Hills. That one was a little pricier. Mm-hmm. And like I said, massages.
How much was Bana Hills by itself?
Bana Hills by itself, putting everything together, tickets, transportation, and food, probably about $150.
Okay, so yeah, almost a little under half of this was just going to Bana Hills, which is something that for us, if we went back for a second month, we probably wouldn't need to do it again. And looking at this list, that's one of the perks of staying somewhere long term is that we were able to spread the stuff out over a month. People that are visiting will probably want to do all of these same things, and you have like a week to do it. So you're waking up every day, activity, and squeezing the same $300 into a week versus over the course of a month.
Yeah, so I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't even change the massages. So, but
I know he wouldn't.
But in the next month, yeah. We would not go to Bana Hills again. I wouldn't. And in the Hoi An things and the activities we did, we wouldn't do those again.
Yeah. The next category is very high on our importance list when we're going to different cities, and that is fitness. So this is how much we spent for our gym memberships. We spent $65, so it's about $32.50 for each of us. That was for 1 month. We got memberships at Black's Gym. It is a 3-story, phenomenal fitness gym. A little hot. AC not pumping in there, but you get a good workout, and we absolutely loved going there.
Yes, I love that gym. And the best part was it was $65 for both of us. I had originally budgeted $150 because that's how much it really was when we were in Ho Chi Minh City. So to be $65, we got to save a little bit of money. We did use that money for probably like protein and creatine, but it was great to be under budget at a great gym.
And where did the protein and creatine end up?
That was probably eating out, actually. I think.
Okay, so yeah, the protein and creatine would have been eating out, and that was probably like $60-$70. So that is not necessary for everyone. That's just something that we like and wish we had more right now, honestly.
You want to tell the story how you got that protein? You're just going to some
Okay, yes. So at Black's Gym, they do sell protein smoothies, they sell creatine scoops, and they sell shakes and all of that. So I had been getting them there and I'm like, you know what? It's time for me to have my own. Let's look up a little supplement shop. Cool. Found a supplement shop called King Supplement. If you're in Da Nang, visit King Supplement. Absolutely recommend them. Yeah. We're walking there, looking at a map. We're like, where is it? Where is it? It's just the guy's house. In the first floor of his house, you walk into his living room and he has like commercial style shelves in the back with all the supplements that he's imported because most of them are American brands. And he's like, what do you need?
And there was like 4 people in there too. It was a little packed.
The person in front of me bought the one I would have bought. If it was still there. That's okay. But I got a whey isolate. He knows so much about all of it. But it's just very interesting, the, I guess, zoning rules here. They're like, this is my house and I can do what I want. And I'm going to open a supplement shop on the first floor. So that was how we got that. And between that and the gym, I think we're making strides towards our goal. Yeah. High rocks, here we come.
So our next category is our personal care. We call this our personal care.
Yeah.
And we have 3 kind of points in those. And first was toiletries. And we spent $71 with that one. And that include like toilet paper, paper towel, trash bags, laundry detergent, which I've washed clothes way too much. We already had. We bought it twice. And
toothpaste, toothbrush,
lotion, and stuff like that. Yeah. So those are in our toiletries. We keep those kind of separate from groceries. Can be a little tough, but we do it.
Especially with stuff, and also when it comes to stuff like body wash and laundry detergent, if you're not staying somewhere for a month, you have to buy the same size regardless. You know, the smallest size is what they have. So even with the body wash, we're getting a big pump. We happen to be able to use it all, but I know some places will go and buy some body wash and end up just having to leave it there, which is nice for the next people, I guess.
Yeah, and the next one would be our dentist. We went to the dentist. I was expecting this one to just totally throw our budget off, but luckily was able to fit within our budget, and it cost us $47 for me to get a cleaning and my 2 cavities, and then for her to get a cleaning as well. Could have been higher, but they didn't want to whiten her teeth because she has perfect teeth. And the next one is nails and haircuts, and for that, we spent $75 on.
So overall, definitely very expensive for beauty and wellness things in Vietnam. I mean, I was floored about the dentist. When they said the price, I said, are you sure? Are you positive that this is what we're doing today? And definitely something I would recommend if you find yourself in the area of Vietnam, go to the dentist. Just go, have fun, make it a day. And yeah, oh my goodness, y'all get to see my nails. These nails, you wanna guess how much they were? Look at the other side. They're lemons. They're 3D lemons. These nails were $30. My previous nail sets, I think they were like $20 and $20 because I got simpler designs. But the last one I got, I wanted to ball out. I got 3D lemons. And yeah, they were $30 and my pedicure was $20, so they were $50.
For my 2 haircuts, the total cost was $15.
$7.50 each.
So that was really nice. Now it is a little bit pricier here in Bangkok, but you pay for what you get.
Absolutely.
But I liked our haircut in Da Nang. So if you're in Da Nang and you want to know where to go as a Black person, the place I went to, it's called Windred.
Now we do have some recurring expenses. The first one is our go-to in traveler's insurance, which is Safety Wing, and that is $125 a month, and that is combined for both of us. And the second one was a new addition, that is Disney Plus, because we needed access to Disney Plus, Hulu, and HBO. So I went ahead and got the first of all, $35 is ridiculous, but the price you pay for no ads. We got a Disney Plus subscription. So those were our, I say recurring, but the second we stop using Disney Plus, it's out. But the Safety Wing will be there for any kind of emergency. And if you want to look into Safety Wing or get it for your travels, head down to the description and use our code or our link, and you will get a discount on your membership.
It's important to separate your location costs from your life costs. And that's just what we did. And the Disney Plus was something that I feel we needed because there's going to be moments where we just want to watch TV and hang out and see our shows, a little comfort thing. And then Safety Wing, yes, I'm all for having an emergency insurance, health insurance, just in case something happens. Because if something happens, we can pay for it and Safety Wing will cover it. And we know, I say it all the time, from that salmonella incident, we got all our money back from when I had to go to the hospital. The next category we have is something that works for us, is our personal spending money. We both have $100 each to spend.
Because we have combined finances, especially doing this very unique experience of digital nomad full-time travel, we do like to have a bit of separate money that we can kind of spend, I guess, like without a conversation. So being able to have a pocket of money that, I always use the example, if he wanted to go and buy a life-size Thanos glove with his money, like go for it, you know, and who's going to stop you? And so whenever I'm out or if I'm shopping, if there's something I'm like, oh, this is outside of the budget that we have set, or this is maybe I'm going out with my friends and he's not around, we just have our own money that we can spend as needed. And so I spent mine on my clothes in Hoi An, my custom clothes. And that was a nice experience for me. I'm glad I was able to do that.
Usually I spend mine on food that Rachel probably doesn't want to eat or drinks. So it doesn't hurt the budget of our eating out or going out money. So I like to do that.
But if it's food or drinks that we are both at a restaurant together eating, that is combined. We don't have to pay for our own food. This is separate to that.
In Europe, one thing I did it for was subscriptions to watch football back home. So it just depends if you don't want it to hurt your budget or not. You could always budget those things in. We just think it's better just to have those separate.
Yeah, because for us, they change every month on what we spend it on. But it's a standing $200 that we have in the budget.
And sometimes when we go to somewhere that may be expensive, we lower that budget down to $50. And it is rollover too. So just keep in mind. So that's something that you might want to consider if you are in a couple. It's something you might want to have if you want to have those personal spending money.
So now that you have heard all of the different categories, let's go back and recap the breakdown of what our $3,300 budget got us in Dene. And I'm going to read it. So accommodations was $875, utilities $143, food and coffee $893, groceries $170, transportation $250, activities $350, gym $65, personal care $193, insurance $125, and then the other expenses included the dentist and our spending money, which was around $250. And so total we spent $3,300 for the month. And for us, it was really important to make this video because I feel like we've seen a lot of videos where people use numbers to describe their budget and then are leaving things out. And so we wanted to make sure that you had an idea of, in total, what it costs to live in the country. The only thing that we didn't include is a way to get in and a way to get out. If you have to fly in, you have to pay for that. If you have to fly out, take a train, you have to pay for that. But this is fully how much we spent living in this country for a month.
You have to keep in mind that, one, this cost is for both of us, and two, we did a lot of tourist activities as well. And we took a lot of grabs and we ate out quite well. So got to take that into consideration.
If you're by yourself, I imagine that you could probably cut this by like 30%, maybe 25%, and that would be your expense. So you could probably get this under $3,000 for sure. And once again, this is also living very comfortably. If you can live a little tighter, if you wanted to, then you could probably save a lot of money. But comfort, we were prioritizing comfort.
I know even if prioritizing comfort next month, if we were there for a second month, we would definitely be under that 3,300. I believe we could have probably been under 2,800. Yeah. But again, that's for both of us. So.
And if you want to know if slow travel or digital nomad life is for you, please head down to the description and click on the link for our free 21-page guide all about getting started as a digital nomad and figuring out how to make this lifestyle work for you, or if you even want it to work for you. Yeah,
this guide is very perfect. It breaks down what you need to do, how to be a digital nomad. You know, just take a look at it. You might think it'd be helpful for you to get to the phase of life that you want to get to.
Plus, it's free.
So since I do the numbers, when you see this, is there anything that surprised you about this budget?
The way you were talking about it, I thought it was going to be over 4,000. In my head, I'm like, we can do this for 3,000, but the way he was saying it, I'm like, oh, it sounds like 3,000 is nowhere near. It's going to be 4,000. So 3,300 is actually closer to what I imagined it would be. And it was easier or more natural to hit than having to think about every single dollar that we were spending. Like, if that's just the money, if that's just naturally what we spent, the way we were living, then I am more than fine with that. What about you? Anything that surprised you?
What surprised me was our coffee was only $100 for the whole month. That was actually surprising. I thought it was going to be a little higher. And then the activities just kind of racked up on us, but that's about it. I mean, I understand where our location was. It was a really good location. I've seen other people have further away and it's really low cost, but I liked the location that we had. And I'm surprised our groceries was very low, but yeah. I didn't cook as much as I thought I would.
No, we have not been cooking a whole bunch.
It was very shocking to see it was under 4,000, but I just know if we had a second month there, it could be a little bit lower. but still also have a great time.
So would you recommend Da Nang to other people considering slow travel?
I think Da Nang is a great spot for slow travel. It's slow pace, great food, and the affordability is amazing. And the Vietnamese people are amazing people. They're so friendly. Our landlord was great, and I definitely can recommend that spot that we stayed in.
And even the city, while it is a big city, it doesn't feel huge. You can run into people that you know, especially if you're making similar routes each day. We had many friends that we just run into out and about, and that's what really makes it feel more like home.
And I know that budget could be a lot higher if we went out more late at night, but we didn't do that. So we did a lot of touristy things, which made it a little higher. We did have a weekend in Hoi An, but our budget is our budget, and we enjoyed it.
So if you think you could survive in Da Nang for around $3,000 or for around $3,300, please let us know in the comments. Or if you have spent some time living in Da Nang or another Vietnamese city, please let us know what your experience is like. You know, we hope to be back soon. And so we want to collect more knowledge and share more with people who are also watching this video as their form of research. And if you made it this far in this video, thanks. I hope you liked it. Send it to someone that you think would be interested and let them know the joys of Vietnamese living. And subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos. Hit the like button and turn on the bell icon so you'll be notified. Also, I heard there are these things on YouTube called hypes. If you really like it, hype the video. I would appreciate it. And people, once again, will see it. Also, shout out to our patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Couldn't do it without y'all.
And thank you again, guys, for watching this video if you're still here. And don't forget to check out our free digital nomad guide.
Absolutely. It's in the description. Go grab yours today. And that is all for this video. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.